Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think any of these is the most lethal weapon on the planet? Yeah, which has been destructively used for all the wars that we have fought? Actually, no. The most deadliest weapon on planet Earth is the unassuming itna sa chota sa machhar, which is responsible for wiping out half of humanity that ever existed. Mosquitoes kill more number of people than we have people have died in wars, and annually every year 1 million people die due to dengue, malaria, and the mosquito borne diseases, right? Known problem. What are we doing about it? Two things. Age old method. Machhar marna. Yeah, you have, the rackets that have come in today, right? Or then you have those electric killers, right? They all kill the adult. Okay, great. And then we use vaporizers in sockets. We put incense sticks, coils, lotions our body, which repel them away. Bhaga dete hai. You repel them away, they are going to come back, right? So we are not looking at the source, an innovative way looking at the source to do source reduction. And that is why 125 years after discovery of malaria in Secunderabad, India, not in Africa, right? The problem still continues because we are not attacking the source. Until, and one of the reasons why source is important is because we have not paid attention to science, ladies and gentlemen. We have not paid attention to science. The science is four things. Only female mosquitoes bite. Number one. Number two, they breed only in water. Number three, they lay anywhere between 500 to 1,000 eggs when they breed. And number four, they have an extremely short lifespan, which is 15 to 30 days. Which means that next time a mosquito has bitten you, you have done two things. Donated blood to create 3 crore mosquitoes in a span of 15 to 30 days. Which means that the rates at which mosquitoes multiply beats COVID hands down. And so, when you have a massive force multiplier, what did we learn from science? What did we learn from COVID? Break the chain, right? And are we doing that? No. Until we introduced world's first passive device, EcoBio traps. The device comes to you like this. It has a sachet inside. The sachet does two purposes. One is an attractant. Second is a killing ingredient. That's the two purposes that the sachet does. And the way this works is very simple, right? If you can have the sound. You just add water in the device. After adding water, the female mosquitoes get attracted to it. Go back to the science, right? They breed only in water. Now this attractant which we have kept inside ensures that they do not breed into any other water body and only this water body. So it comes, mimics the breeding ground. She'll come lay the eggs over here, and then the killing ingredient will ensure that eggs do not transform into an adult. Only by adding water, and all you have to do is add water and keep it, in a dark space directly away from sunlight. That is it. And you are done, right? Built on science, but more importantly, validated by scientists. Out of the top 50 vector entomologists or mosquito scientists in the world, 5 of them serve on our advisory board. Dr. Susanta Kumar Ghosh, former director of ICMR's NIMR in Bangalore. India thanks him for his discovery of Gambusia fish or guppy fish, as we all know, which is larvivorous fish, eats mosquito larvae. Our prairie own Punekar, Dr. Subhas Salunke, and several others. So built on science, validated by scientists, we took the product in the world's most difficult terrain, right 150 kilometers from here, Dharavi. For past 18 months, we have been deploying the product in Dharavi with the support of BMC. And the results were, obviously it's a 18 months longitudinal WHO approved cohort study. The results of that were published for 2 years in a row in American Society for Tropical Medicine and Hygiene. CNN covered us exclusively in a 10-minute documentary or impact in Dharavi. And actually, instead of me talking and the science, obviously there's scientific validation to it, but let's hear from those people. You know, we all know how Dharavi is a difficult terrain, right? But let's hear from those people.
बीमार नहीं पड़ता यहाँ पे, अभी कोई डेंगू वाला मसला आया ही नहीं अभी तक।
इस समय तो नहीं तो हमेशा डेंगू मलेरिया से कितने जन अगले साल मरे थे, साल तो बहुत कम मरे ही नहीं। में बाड़ा वाला मच्छर चला गया, ना बचाएगा धोएगा नहीं तो भी लगाने का बहुत फायदा है कि साफ उनको भी जो मच्छर लगते हैं तो वो भी नहीं लग रहा है और रात में तो दम ही नहीं लग रहा है। पहले मोर्टिन लगाना पड़ता था तो भी मच्छर काटते थे मोर्टिन से, मगर अब नहीं है, मोर्टिन भी नहीं लगता और मच्छर भी नहीं काटते।
इससे मच्छर के या जो डेंगू का जो भी है वो मसला हल हुआ।
If they breed, we all bleed. इको बायोट्रैप करे जड़ से सर्वनाश ताकि आप रहे खतरनाक बीमारियों से दूर।
And, to people who are from Mumbai, if you have observed, all these years, Dharavi was always on the top of the charts in the #1 dengue and malaria cases. But look at it, what has happened this year? None, right? And in a very eco-friendly way, doesn't emit any toxic fumes, doesn't require electricity, doesn't need battery recharging, right? Just adding water and is affordable than all the repellents that are available there, but most importantly solves a very important problem in a very different way, targeting the source, right? Bunch of validations that have been there. We work very closely with the Bombay Municipal Corporation. In fact, there was a small outbreak of dengue in Kalyan Dombivli Municipal Corporation, and we mitigated that. Rent-to-Kill PCI, our partner, world's largest, 2,500 branches, and around 5,000 odd people deployed who are using there. And this is our impact. And my last slide, till date, we have saved around 943 lives, protected 940,000 people from dengue, malaria, saved landfill, saved carbon dioxide emissions, CO2 offset, but more importantly, made from waste by recycling corrugated boxes and turning it into a product. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 3 things which are going to help us win this war with dengue and malaria. Science, Shastra, Shastra, and you, ladies and gentlemen. So if you are CSR in the room, let's go protect our Anganwadis. If you are policymakers, let's raise a call to the government to implement these kind of policies and make sure that we live in a dengue malaria free zone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. ये थी एक मच्छर की कहानी, एक मच्छर वालियों की नजरे से. Thank you.